Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. Y'all already know. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. There go to Cash at $ Deem by any means. Man, something happened today, man. It's just it's so unfortunate and just saddens me and hurts me because I understand where guys like Cam Newton is coming from and knowing that it takes guys like us to bring back our neighborhoods to put an end to a lot of things that's going on negative in the black community. So I want to start off by saying, man, Cam Newton, shout out to you. I'm very proud of the things that you're doing with your podcast. Got one of the most popping podcasts on YouTube right now. Every situation I've seen you handle on YouTube, I've seen you handle it in a very graceful, mature, masculine, very direct um way. And I admire people who not scared of who they are and embrace who they are. I feel like Cam Newton is somebody that I definitely admire and I just think is a genuine good dude. I think was overly scrutinized his whole career. I think a lot of things was put in his way that normal quarterbacks didn't have to go through. And I really want to commend him for his football career, what he stood for, and what he's standing for post his football career. And shout out to Cam Newton, man. Cam Newton was throwing a camp today, and these young guys, that he tries to help in school that's going to the next level. I think they high schoolers or junior college guys, whatever the situation is. But he's trying to help them school them to go to the next level. And this is something that he does to give back to the community because he a big name and he's out of the league, but Cam still is a young OG, like fabulous. Like he always gonna be like Deion Sanders. He never gonna be, even when he get old, he ain't gonna never be the old dude. You dig what I'm saying? And he tried to break up a fight between these two young dudes, man. And it was looking like if he didn't break it up, it was going to be a nasty one. It was going to be a nasty fight, y'all, for like, TMZ, it was going to be World Star, all that. But Cam gets in there, and Cam a big dude, and he uses strength. I mean, when two young men that's height, I don't think people understand how strong the average 17, 18-year-old boy is, 19-year-old boy is. Um, Even 16, from 16 to 19, I think people underestimate how strong even they are, even compared to women and even some young adults. Um, it's some 16-year-olds out here, man, that's bitching 225, 250, 300. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you might not know that if you're not in the sports and you're not in the know, but yeah, I don't know how big y'all think these defensive linemen that was in the NFL and things like that. Like at 16, they weren't little guys. You understand what I'm saying? And Cam tried to break up the fight as he should, as an adult should in that situation, because this is not what we here for. We here to try to actually get away from all this foolishness and do something productive. We not here for the negativity, and we should never be there for the negativity with us as a community. And while he did that, these other young guys jumped in there and tried to swing on Cam and a hold on, and it took other men to step in and be like, hold on, or other players too. You know what I'm saying? And the unfortunate part is that we don't have no respect in this generation no more, man. And now it went from our parents teaching us to now you talking about guys that may be a little older than me, but also have kids that's getting up there that's 15, 16. So the onus is on us right now also. It's not just one-sided right now. And we have to be real responsible for the things that we do out here. We got children, we got people that look up to us. I don't know in the background, was y'all able to hear my daughter real quick? But we got things that people look up to us, and I know those kids knew that was Cam Newton. And the fact that they did not care and was willing to swing on that man, knowing that he wasn't going to try to jump in or do any of that foolishness that people would try to sit up there and say, well, maybe they thought he was trying to, come on, man. They knew better. Cam got dreads sticking out the top of his head. Do y'all think that anybody kid that's at Cam Newton camp don't know what Cam Newton looks like? Come on, y'all. And I believe this was in his home state. Come on, y'all. Y'all know better than that. They did it because they don't have no respect. They did it because they didn't care. They was mad for whatever reasons they was mad about, but they did it for those reasons. A man does this, he try to give back to his community. He not gaining nothing out of doing any of these things. And y'all can't even come to his camp respectful enough to sit up there and let the man conduct his camp the way he need to do it, to stay out of the business. He going there to break it up. He ain't need nobody else to come in there and do any extra stuff and all that. He didn't need any of that. But the fact that these young kids was even willing to attack them just shows you how far we have come as a community, how far we have come as people just in general, how far we have come as when it's respecting your elders, man, and people older than you. Like when I was younger, we would never do stuff like this. We would never do things like this. But the fact is that when you got the young guys who was my age and things like that, a little bit older, who did follow through with the disrespect and things like that, they wind up having kids. And then they kids grow up and influence all of these young kids that's growing up out here now. Y'all got to understand, my daughter 11, y'all, and I had her at 21. She about to be 12 soon. So I could have had kids much earlier. You know, when I was 15 and 16, like a bunch of my classmates was doing, that mean my daughter would be what? About 15, 16, 17. So it's on us, man. It's on us to do better. It's on us to hold these children accountable and really be men and not be scared of our own children. And make sure that our children is walking around here with respective elders, especially somebody that is doing something for them. We can't ask for these athletes to come back to the community, put their money, their time, their energy, and everything into the community so we don't call them sellouts and all this, that, and the third. And then we treat them like that. Then we show them that disrespect. But I know this thing is not going to discourage Cam Newton. I know that for sure because I know Cam Newton character. If anything, this is going to make Cam Newton want to do more for his community. That's the part I respect about it. And it's going to give him content and something to talk about that he's going to get millions of views off of, hundreds of thousands of views off of, to put money in his pocket. So that's the good thing. The bad thing is that he had to endure that disrespect. Because Cam Newton is one of the most respectable people that I have seen on YouTube and the NFL. I've never heard a bad thing about the man. You know, just that he's not a sucker, but that's about it. I haven't heard nothing really bad about Cam Newton. So we got to do better, man, respecting adults. We got to do better at respecting our elders. We got to do better at respecting each other. We got to do better at raising our kids and having them realize I better not never catch you doing nothing like that. Cam ain't got to worry about you. Because if I was those kids' parents, I would sit up there and get Cam Newton on the phone and make them apologize to that man. And make sure that you go to the camp, Cam, whenever you're having it again, they're coming just to apologize to you in your face. You will never have to worry about that. I am disgusted. I am ashamed that my child did something like that. Best believe they will know about it. That's how men conduct ourselves. But again, a man like me, my child probably would never be crazy enough or have that much disrespect in them to even try to do anything like that. And it saddens me because we should be better as a community. All our children should be leading with respect. We should be respecting each other. We should be respecting our people. We should be appreciating when guys like Cam come back that was actual superstars, actually made it, and could come back and give our kids game, they time, they energy, they resources, even if it is just putting them in camps, even if it is just introducing them to other coaches that know how to get them to the next level, to help them get it to the next level, even if it is introducing them to the coaches at Auburn University, a kid that Cam Newton really thinks has it to make it, and be able to get him on that practice squad or to be able to get him on that field. And you never know what's going to happen outside of that. Change people's lives so another Cam Newton could come after him. We get so caught up in ourselves and our wants and us being a man and us being a bull that we don't worry about. You're not really, like Rick Ross said, man, you're not really a boss until you make somebody else a boss. You're not really a rich millionaire until you made somebody else a millionaire. So y'all know what this is, man. Deem by any means. And I holla at y'all.